bushel of young Blackhawks. They've had 11 first-round picks the last 4 years. They go to Joshua, long shot that's kicked out by Spencer Knight. Here's former Leaf Tyler Bertuzzi. Swings that back to Connor Murphy, a long shot knocked down by Wool. Kick free by Ekman Larsson. Moore stays on it. Now played back to Del Mastro with a shot kicked out by Wool. Rebound loose in front, knocked away by Waugh.
Home road, whatever. Although he will miss Connor Bedard, so a lot of those goals were assisted by 98. You got it.
Lead pass for Joshua, barreling in off the goal post, and Dakota Joshua back in the Leaf lineup.
Direction, and then starts with skating like so many players. The high flipper doesn't look for it, just trusts it's going to come down. And he's one of the few players who has the frame to fend off Vlasic. Tries to go that ring off the post there. A little against the grain. Oh, kisses the iron. The record with him in the lineup in his career has not been great, but it's twice as good as when he's not there. So, and that was when he wasn't playing as well as he is now, where he is the driving force behind everything to do offensively.
Face off, one back by the Hawks, and Kaiser shot scores! Wyatt Kaiser moves in and sneaks that by Wool. And the Hawks have scored first on the goal by Wyatt Kaiser.
Picket fence set up. Donato shoves Cowan way back, and there's just no pressure. Easton Cowan has to work a little harder and not allow himself to get picked off by Donato. Because the reason why Kaiser has so much time is Cowan's pinned low below the hash marks. That puck's probably going to go wide of the net.
So Donato gets the goal. That's his first, Mike, since New Year's Eve of 2023.
What?
Played 5 games.
By making it so obvious you're getting interfered with on the way to the shooter.
By the way, for Donato, almost 3 years since he scored, but only 19 NHL games.
Oh, nuts.
Now McNabb brings it back out. Wool makes the point blank save. Still loose in front. Wool down. They score! Poked it looked like by Dickinson. Now a pile up there as Benoit grabs a hold of him.
Let's see if there was goaltender interference.
Craig Berube is all over his bench right now, regardless of the outcome of this. It's a different part of the conversation. But to me, that puck squirts out off a shove on the pad. That would not. He's got it sealed up pretty tight there, Gord. The shove of the goalie in the net after a puck's hit behind him, I would say no goal. This one should be overturned.
It's the Leafs' second goal interference challenge of the year. They missed their first.
Video review has determined that there was goaltender interference. The Chicago player pushes the goalie into the puck into the net.
From a guy who last scored nearly 3 years ago. That borders on cruelty.
You cannot do that. Kaiser doesn't even want it.
I was going to say, Remy, a long shot that's gloved by Wool. Nick Robertson peels back in the corner. Slides that back to Thrawn. Across he goes to Benoit. Simone Benoit tees it up and shoots.
They try different things, 5-4. It's Oliver Ekman Larsson. They go back to the original Morgan Riley.
Nylander lost the puck though. Picked up by Crevier. Up for McKayev. McKayev back across for Crevier. Shoots, scores! Jason Dickinson finishes it off. And Chicago scores short-handed to take a 2-0 lead.
This one's going to count. Nylander overskates it, but Tavares gets all the way back. Watch Tavares dig in. He gets a lot of this puck. It goes right under his stick and ends up on Dickinson's. He's able to sweep it in the open side. No chance for Joseph Wool.
Back for Nylander, across for Riley. To Nylander. Long wrist shot tipped in front. Knight down. Riley couldn't poke that home. Away comes Nazar with it, along with Teravainen. Nazar for Teravainen, moving and shoots, and Wool gets a piece of that to knock it up and out of play. Another shorthanded bid for Chicago.
I think he just said crossbar to Teravainen because 3 guys on
to take a 2-0 lead. Fourth shorthanded goal allowed by the Leafs this year as Knight knocked that away from Stetcher. Stetcher. And Robertson backhands that down, and Knight shovels that to the sideboards to Bertuzzi. Moves it back around the glass, took a funny bounce off the stanchion. Now Nyes has it back. In for Matthews through the middle for Nylander. Nylander back in front. Oh, stopped by Knight. Point blank on Nyes.
It's off a rush. Great turnover. There goes Austin Matthews. William Nylander up ahead, and the puck ends up on Matthews' nice stick, and he's so focused on getting good contact on it, he forgets to aim. He could have put that anywhere short side, would have gone in, or anywhere between the goalie's pads. 5-hole would have gone in.
Banks it back across to Bertuzzi. Loose in front for Nyes again. Here's Nyes. Shovels it back in front. Just missed Matthews with that pass. Stetcher a drive. Knocked down by Knight.
The first period, but it's sharp into the second as Stetcher jumps on a loose puck, and he's got to fight that one off last second. He picks it up. Good job by Troy Stetcher to get his body out of the way so that he could shoot it, and it was just the tip of the blocker.
Bertuzzi 16 goals this year on 63 shots. Walking and Lund with a shot.
Oh, got right through
got just a piece of that. Off a leg into the corner. Gathered back up by Crevier. Banks that back to Vlasic, a long shot. Got through. Wool makes the save, and on the rebound, he turns away Mikheyev.
Mikheyev as well as Crevier kicks it back to his partner. That is a chop tip from Mikheyev on the flyby. Wall square, out of control. He does a really good job of making difficult saves. Look.
Nylander back down to Nyes. Works back in front. Backhand shot stopped by Knight. Rebound back to Nylander. A shot that was blocked by Murphy.
That's what happened, right?
New Jersey 25 years ago, like 5 guys skating backwards. As Doc a long shot. Good pad save by Wool. It turns away Bertuzzi on the rebound.
And here's another one. Rebound. Joseph Wall. Bertuzzi's right on top of it, but he's almost so close he can't elevate it without shooting it over top of the net. The good work he did a couple of years ago. Exactly right.
Waugh for Joshua. Dakota Joshua shoots, and Knight got the end of his stick on that. Now Robertson, end of a long shift here. Holds off Lardis. Drops it back to Benoit. Wrist shot, pinball just wide. Another chance, and Knight squeezes the post to take that away from Cowan. Chicago leads 2-0 on Molson Leafs Hockey on TSN.
The Blues.
Off the draw, Matthews. Back for Ekman Larson with a shot. Scores! Oliver Ekman Larson, the point shot. And the Leafs are back within 1.
There you go. Win a draw, win a battle, get to the front of the net, catch a break. Austin Matthews takes in. A little help from Nylander. And I don't think Nylander gets that one. Spencer Knight just has a drop underneath it. Oliver Ekman Larson's hot stick. Oh, it catches the leg of Crevier. That's what forced it to change direction.
But what made it go up at the end? Was that Vlasic or Nylander?
No.
Kaiser tied up by Nylander. Now it's picked free by Matthews. A big chance. Scores! Austin Matthews! Power play goal! The game is tied at 2. And the captain comes up big when needed.
Matthews found it. The quick stick of Nylander right here turns it over. Mikheyev thinks he's skating out of it. Nylander pokes it off his stick with great awareness. And then how about this little tuck? Short side. That is Austin Matthews at his best. And asking for a little something from the crowd. More energy. Less negativity. We got ourselves a tie game.
He had 1 until he scored against San Jose last week. Now a bouncing puck for Joshua, scores! Dakota Joshua, and the Leafs lead 3-2. 10 seconds later.
Is happening right off the faceoff. Stetcher looks to stretch it out, puts it right on net. Spencer Knight kicks it in. Crevier takes a slight step to the corner, assuming the puck's going to go to the corner. He loses body position, and then the strength of Dakota Joshua. He already rang the post once on a pretty similar play. This one he's able to muscle up and off the post and in. What a turnaround.
Inside 10 seconds to go, Kaiser with it. Pivots back in the corner. Time winding down. Lardis shoots. Bull knocks that away, and the Leafs come back and win it 3-2, scoring 3 times.